Okay, welcome to the 26th of October 2024 tips, which is Cox Plate Day at Moonee Valley. Just quickly looking at the results from last week. On the Sunday, we had a total of, what did we get? Almost $1.97 on the $30 liability. And had you taken all selections, you would have made $1.82 on the $30 liability. Now that takes us up to 628 tips all up, which have provided a profit regardless of odds at $60.61, which is essentially those two units. So we can handle two losses there. And had you gone at sticking to the odds which I had provided, you would have had 348 selections and you'd be up $18.14, so not quite one unit yet. Given we've had two losses, not too bad. Two losses out of 628 selections is fairly good, even at the odds that we're going at. So let's have a quick look at today's selections. There's quite a bit because it is a big day of racing. We're starting at Randwick, race 2, number 5. I don't think it can run out the 1200 metres against this class of horses, so I'm willing to go up to $150. Randwick, race 7, I have two horses, numbers 6 and number 7. Number 6 prefers soft ground with 5 runs on good for only the one placing, so I don't see it running well here on the good ground. I'm willing to go up to the $300. And number 7 is outclassed just by the other horses. I'm willing to go up to 100 on this one. It's outclassed by the other horses, but not number 6, obviously. Then we go to Morphettville, race 1, number 13. It's got a wide barrier and it's outclassed. I see it getting to the back, not being able to run on. I'm willing to go up to $120. Then we have Morphettville, race 5, number 11. Again, outclassed. It's lost to a lot of these horses already. I'm willing to go up to the $1,000 odds, so lay at anything there. And race 6, number 12. I think it's going to struggle to run out this distance. It's been beaten by a lot of these horses already as well. I'm willing to go up to the $300 mark. Then out west at Ascot, race 2, number 9 is outclassed. It's had 15 races this year for 0 wins. I'm willing to go up to 250. Race 3, number 8, I think this is too short a distance. I think it's like a 1200 or 1400 meter race. This horse races generally around the 2000 plus meter range, so this is just a warm-up race. Saying that, it's actually got a little bit of class versus the horses that are running, so I'm going to risk only up to the $100. Then we've got Ascot race 5, number 11. It's outclassed, wide barrier. It means it gets back, it can't run on. I'm willing to go up to the $1,000 in the odds. Then we have Ascot race 6, number 13. Not running well enough to win this race. It's had 27 races for only the one win. I'm willing to risk up to the $500. Then Ascot race 9, number 16. It's likely to get back, struggle to catch up. It's in a barrier that's a little bit wider, not completely wide, but I just think it'll be at the back and not run on. Willing to go up to 120 on that one. Then to my home track, which is Kemble Grange, race 2, number 7. It's had 2 poor trials. It's had a first run that wasn't very good. I don't see it turning around. I'm willing to go to $150. And then Albury, down on the border, race 3, number 8, wide barrier, slow starter. It's going to be at the back. It's not going to catch up. Again, I've gone to 150. There are no good horses in that race for it to allow me to go up to a higher odds range on that one. Then we've got Armadale. So we've got Armadale race 1. I've gone 2 horses here, numbers 1 and 6. Now number 1 is outclassed. It's been beaten convincingly by these horses before. I'm willing to go out to the $1,000 odds. But number 6 is actually going down in class, which I rarely take. But it's losing by a long way, and it has been beaten by some of these horses. So I'm willing to risk it up to the $100 odds. But do keep in mind that horse is going down in class, which is always allows them to improve a little bit. Then we've got race 2. We've got numbers 8 and 10. Now, number 8 has been beaten by these horses before. It's had 33 races for 0 wins. I'm willing to go to the $1,000 odds. And number 10, I just see both these horses losing to the best horse in this race. So if you actually wanted to back a horse, number 1 in this race is the horse that should win. I think it's got the class on all of the other horses and the speed. So I'm also willing to risk number 10 up to the $1,000 odds just because I don't see anything beating number 1. Then we've got race 4. We've got numbers 12 and 14. Now, number 12 hasn't won for 2 years, saying that it's had 17 races for only 1 win. I'm willing to go up to the $80 mark. And number 14, based on its current form and its wide barrier, I just see it either sitting midfield or back of the field and not being able to win. So I'm willing to risk up to $80 there. But there's just no good horses really in that race. Okay, Armadale race 5, number 15. It's completely outclassed in this race. There are some good horses. I'm willing to risk that up to $1,000. Then we jump to the Gold Coast, where race 1, number 4, struggling in this class of race. I'm willing to go up to 120. Gold Coast race 2, number 1, stepping down in class slightly again. Second horse today where I've gone down on a horse that is stepping down in class, but I just don't think it's good enough. I'm willing to risk that up to $150. And Gold Coast race 6, number 10, it's had 15 races in the last 12 months. It's only placed once, so not running well enough to win here. Willing to go up to the $300. And Gold Coast race 7, number 9, it's outclassed, 1 win from 16 races. This one is in a tough race. I'm willing to risk it up to that $1,000 odds. Then out to Toowoomba, we've only got race 2, number 11. It's outclassed. Again, not running well enough, but it's occasionally put in a really big run. And because of that big run, I'm only going to put it at $60. It's likely to lose, but there is a chance that that one could just pull out one of those big runs. Then we jump to Townsville, race 2, number 8. It's a wider barrier, so it's going to get back. I don't see it catching the horses that are in front of it in this race, so I'm willing to risk that up to 150. Then we jump out to Darwin, race 1, number 4. There's only 4 races at Darwin. Number 4 is going to struggle at this distance. I think it's a 1,200 meter race, and it struggled on its last run at 1,200 meters. So being on dirt, I think it's just going to be a bit too far. Now, there wasn't much in this race, but I still think it's the worst of the bunch, so I'm willing to risk that up to $50. I think it's a small field as well. Then we've got Collie, which is out in Western Australia, so it'll be late in the day. We've got race 2, number 6. It's lost by 20 lengths, both starts that it's had. I just don't see it doing much. So I'm willing to risk that one up to the $1,000 odds. And then Collie race 4, we've got 6 and 7. Now, number 6, again, I think the distance is a bit too far for it. I'm willing to risk that one up to 35. And number 7, it's struggling to compete. It's had 5 races with 0 placings, and I'm willing to go to 50. The reason the odds are so small is there's just nothing in that race that looks like it's a clear winner, or not enough horses that look like they will compete. And then I've got the 4 meetings where I could not find a selection. So St. Arnold, Yarra Valley, Moonee Valley, and Doomben. So Moonee Valley is where the Cox Plate is. So it looks like some very competitive fields going around there today. That's it for the day. If we have a look at how many selections we've got, providing there are no scratchings, we will have, just to count, 30 selections today, which is a good number. Keep it fairly active. There may be a couple of scratchings. I did get this done quite early in the morning before scratchings were available, especially on those earlier meetings. Up the top, so Randwick, Morphettville and Ascot. But we'll see how we go. If we can get at least, 22 of them racing today, we're up to 650 tips. So let's hope for another successful day, and we're getting closer and closer to the Melbourne Cup, which I will put up a video closer to Cup Day. And I will leave it there. If you're having a bet, good luck. As always, only bet what you can afford to lose. I will provide a link at some stage to follow my bets on Betfair directly for the Pros vs Tipping Comp, Pros vs Bookies Tipping Comp, as that functionality has just been set up in Betfair. So once I've got that link, I'll get it into the description of the videos. Okay, enjoy the day of racing. It looks like a great day to watch some good horses run around. Thanks for watching.